Hello, everyone. Today, I want to speak with you and share some information with you about grief. With today's succession of unfortunate and current events, as a certified grief counselor, I want to talk with you briefly about grief sensitivity. When someone loses a loved one, most people don't know what to say because all loss is truly beyond words. So rather than trying to find that perfect thing to say to console someone, choose to be present rather than talkative. Grief is like no other experience and cannot be matched with any other grief experience. I like to inform families that grief is a vicious cycle with several stages, and no one can predict how long or exactly how it will affect each individual. Even if two people experience the same loss, say for instance a mother or father passes and siblings are dealing with the grief and the loss of their parents, no one can predict how they will process grief. There is no quick fix words to heal a broken heart. So if we find ourselves in the presence of someone who has lost a loved one, maybe recently or maybe even years ago, grief timing has no time. It can be up to even 10 years. Some people pass away still grieving a loved one. Here are my top 5 offenders that one should not say when they are in the presence of someone who has just lost a loved one. Number 1, he or she is in a better place. Number 2, there is a reason for everything. Number 3, at least you can still have another child. That one to me kind of breaks my heart deeply. I counseled a couple 4 years ago who lost their child. And when they lost their child, someone told them this: at least you can have another child. To them, this minimized the life that they had lost. They've had 2 children since. I recently spoke with them and they told me they are still disappointed and hurt from those words. So being careful with our words is really important to a grieving person because their stress is so much more deeper than we can see or even comprehend. We'll go to the 4th. I know how you feel. If you have not experienced the same grief or loss as another person, you cannot know how they feel, even if you have experienced the same type of loss. That doesn't mean the 2 of you will process that loss in the same way. The 5th one is to be strong. It is not time for a person who is grieving to be strong. The time is for their circle of family and friends to be strong for them. So instead of reaching for words that you feel will fit the situation, here are some more ways to approach a grieving person. Number 1, I am so sorry for your loss. Number 2, you and your loved ones are in my hearts and in my prayer. Number 3, if you need anything, I am just a phone call away. Number 4, give a hug instead of talking. And number 5, say nothing at all. Simply be present. If you find yourself grieving and you don't know what to do, if others have found themselves grieving and you're friends with them or if they're your loved ones, there's a way to get help. Don't grieve in silence. Don't grieve alone, unless that is a method for you. But don't do it alone if you don't have to. All you have to do to get help is to Google the words grief help. There are many organizations, even the Red Cross, that can give you help to deal with your grief and to help you understand how to deal with it in the process of dealing with grief. There are many stages and there are many things to it. But before you just give up and just let go, please see a grief counselor. See someone that can help you make it through this. God bless you. Thank you for listening.